mediation law and the Chinese mediation law. And we will, from the contents comparison between the Thailand mediation law and the China mediation law, the same point is they describe they stipulated the mediators and civil dispute mediation, civil dispute mediation proceedings, and enforcement of dispute resolution agreement. And in China mediation law, there is the people's mediator and a civil dispute mediation and mediation process and settlement of dispute. This frame and the contents is almost same in the Thailand mediation law and China mediation law. But the difference we will see in the following. This is a different, the content comparison is different in the Chinese mediation law and Thailand mediation law. That there is different target. The Thailand mediation law, the target is civil dispute and a criminal dispute and a public sector dispute. And in China, there is just a civil dispute mediation. The criminal dispute may stipulate in the criminal law and the public sector, the dispute may be included in the administration law. So the very different of the target in the both country. And another different is the different style. The Thailand mediation law is just mediation. But in China, the mediation law is something like including mediation and something like the conciliation, sometimes including persuading, not totally like the mediation. Just sometimes the mediator will persuade the parties will accept some things or something like that. And the different style and another content comparison is different, the culture. And in Thailand, there is the Buddhist country. So I think there will the mediation law maybe including a little bit like the Buddhism teaching, something like that, and not hurry culture in Thailand. But in China, the country is the materialistic country. Some people have Buddhism relief, but I think most of the people don't have the Buddhism relief. So there is no Buddhism teaching included. And in China, in our cultures, in nowadays, is something people do things is very hurry. So I think there is including hurry culture. This is the different culture and different difficulties. I think in nowadays in Thailand, I see the whole mediation laws. I think in Thailand, maybe if you do the mediation, is more difficult. If it's more difficult than China, but in China is comparatively a slight easy to do the mediation. That I find the different difficulties. So that's I make the comparison to. From the Thailand mediation law to the China mediation law. That is I make the roughly comparison between two countries' law. So that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think that it is quite difficult for me to compare it because I don't have so much. Actually, I don't know about the mediation law in China, and then you can explain it, you can compare it. to make me understand it. And as I know from you that this is you, there is something in the same aspect, right? In my opinion, something in the same aspect. Yes, yes, in the same aspect and
civil dispute.
yes, the same aspect and anyway, there is more difference. There is more difference as well, and so you mean that in terms of mediation law in China, it cannot be integrated to Buddha teaching. You mean that, or something like the teaching of Lao Tzu or something like that? No.
In China now, the Chinese government, they uphold the no God. So I think maybe there is no things like that. Lao Tzu or other people's teaching. I think because I cannot see that.
So can you, if you can show me about the meaning of dispute mediation in terms of mediation law in China, can you give me a little bit? Is it difficult for you to give this? Can you hear me? Xin Cao, can you hear me?
Ajahn, he is offline. I think he may have a call or something.
Okay. Okay, maybe we miss him offline right now. Xin Cao. Xin Cao, can you hear me offline right now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay,
yes.
you're welcome. And can you give me the explanation of dispute mediation in terms of mediation law of China? Can you give me a little bit? Do you have the meaning?
Example?
Yes. For example, I would like to give you the Dispute Mediation Act of Thailand. For example, Section 3, dispute mediation. Dispute mediation means the operation intended to provide parties with an opportunity to agree to resolve civil and criminal disputes by a peaceful means. You see that this word, peaceful means, is maybe related to Buddha teaching. It's related, it not maybe, it will be related to Buddha teaching because we use the peaceful means and without adjudication of the dispute, exclusively the mediation of dispute conducted at the court stage and at the execution stage. So I would like to know from you about the meaning of dispute mediation in terms of China law. Can you give me a little bit? All right, now, if you cannot find out the meaning of a dispute mediation, it's okay. Is it difficult? Because why I say like this? Because I try to tell you about this dispute mediation act in Thailand is maybe it related to the Buddha teaching as well, especially in terms of the Buddhist peaceful means solution and the mediator, the quality of mediator, something like that. And can you give me a little bit? If you not have this message right now, it's okay. You will give me later. So I want to okay. I will learn from you this topic.
I think in China, maybe there's some civil dispute in the villages. For example, two village people, they have the civil dispute, like maybe the land dispute. The the villages committee will send 1 or 2 or 3 peoples. They will make the mediation, but I think in China, in the village, there's sometimes always persuade both of the part to accept. The committee will think it's reasonable solutions. They will check if they think the solutions is reasonable, they maybe persuade both parties accept the agreement. I think there will be a little bit the authority involved in the mediation, because they send the mediator. They will compose a mediators committee, but the committee sometimes involved a little bit of the authority or the power. So I think is a little bit, is a slight difference from the Thailand. Yeah.
Can you have a little bit more to explain about your mediation law of China?
I think the labor dispute.
Labor dispute?
Yes, labor dispute.
A land dispute, you mean?
Labor contract.
Okay.
If the boss and the employee have the labor dispute, they will go to the maybe the labor bureaus to settle the dispute, and the labor bureau will have the employees to listen to the both parties, and he will give the advice according to the labor law or something like that, and the both parties will listen to their advice, and they will maybe the peoples of the labor bureau will persuade both parts to accept some things like that according to the law, and finally, if they accept, okay, the settlement, and if they cannot accept, they will go to the labor arbitration. If the arbitration is not also cannot work, they will told the both parties to go to the court to settle the dispute. In China, like the labor dispute like this, firstly there will mediation, then arbitration, then the legislative court. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. It's like in Thailand as well. It's like in Thailand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much English. Kun Sin Kao. And anyone has some question about this topic? Anyone, please? Okay. If no one, I think that Venerable Kênh, you ready? Okay, thank you very much. Then right now we will go to Venerable Kênh will make the presentation. Please, Venerable. Thank you so much, Sin Kao. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, so I choose the topic and it's interest-based mediation, a Buddhist psychological perspective. This is how I'm going to approach according to the Buddhist psychology approach to the interest-based mediation. So firstly, as the understanding of the Buddhist perspective, conflict is like it's the human interaction, so it's from the human. The challenge lies in skillful transformation environment. Interest-based mediation (IBM) focus on underlying needs. So what the people need. So trying to understand that. And Buddhist psychology offer deep insight to the mind and suffering, trying to understand that. And also like the problem. So today focus exploring the concept, intersections, and practical application of integrating these two profound traditions for more transformative conflict solution. And so let's try to understand IBM, interest-based mediation. To begin, let's briefly review what interest-based mediation entails. Emerge from the broader field of interest-based negotiation. This method of dispute resolutions move beyond positional bargaining, which tend to focus on rigid, externally expressed demands. So instead, IBM seem to uncover underlying interest, fear, and also needs motivating each party position. So it operates the principle of beginning hard on the problem and soft on the person, engaging collaborative problem solving rather than adversarial confirmation. So this is and also the process already known clearly. So if we have the case one case, so the preparations might be the first, and then discuss disputes, problem definition, and also optional generation, and listen to them, something like evaluation and agreement, finally agreement. So this is just a general to understand IBM process overview. And this is key concepts on Buddhist psychology. As we know, so to clarify about the Buddhism's Buddhist psychology rooted in Buddha teachings, which are over 2,005 years ago, offer systematic approach to understand the human mind, emotion, and source of suffering, like dukkha. Its ultimate aim is to alleviation of suffering and cultivate well-being. So that's why we could try to understand the Buddhist approach of psychology to mediation, both partner and collective. And so the main aims, for example, like 3 marks of existence, and dukkha, anicca, and anatta. So this is what Buddhist psychological approach on to the interest-based mediation. So this is trying to understand that suffering, impermanent, and third poisons may be like this is the originally rooted to the human desire, greedy, attachment, hatred, aversion, delusion, and ignorance. So this is trying to understand the human original desire, and so understand this. This is what Buddhist psychological perspective lays to understand the human mind process originally. And next one is Brahma Vihara. This is a little bit higher. This is for the mental states: metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, and mudita and upekkha. So, as we already know, metta how it is, and also karuna, and also mudita. Loving kindness, mudita, sympathetic joy, and happiness. So that's why interest-based mediation for the two parties and mudita given by each other kind of one shared solution in March. So the next one is also it's about the Paticca Samuppada interconnectedness. So every person we have to connective. So and try to this is the I'm going to say the Buddhist approach let human know this concept. So every person have to interdependent in each other. That's why we had to understand like mudita and karuna. So given like that, so we can solve the problem and reduce the dukkha suffering. And Sanji, IBF, and Buddhist psychology, both framework aim to address underlying cause for human disorder, conflict as dukkha, and deeper diagnosis expanded to KIT. So both conflict is seen as manifestations of suffering arising from unmet needs, attachment, and delusional perceptions. So this is about the applications like preparation and communications to each other. So preparations by the mediator, cultivate mindfulness, sati, to observe as an emotional reaction. Parties are encouraged to reflect on their own emotions, fostering ownership, and then opening and communication. Establish an environment of metta, or right speech, truthful and beneficial, timely, kind. So in communication sections,